Good Friday morning, everyone. Good to see everybody out here this morning. So far, 7 folks in here already. That's beautiful. We have Bass Man here with us today. You want to give us an update on that, Bass Man?
Yeah, they'll start any minute now. I'll just keep the line open while we do this.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding. I had to I had to take a special shower last night with the soap, and then I had to take another one this morning with the soap, and then go to the hospital. Well, at 3 o'clock, I was scheduled to get up and take my shower with the soap, and at 2:20, phone rang, and it was the nurse telling us that the doctor had canceled my surgery for today because he had just gone into emergency surgery on someone else. So they said they'll let me know sometime later today when they reschedule it for, because he can't do two in a day.
Right. That's not to make light of the situation, but that's good and bad at the same time. Bad that you didn't get it done, because I know you were, just like anybody would be anxious, leading up to it, and okay, the day's coming, and then the big letdown of, oh, they can't do it today, but then they can't do two in one day. You'd be pretty tired after the first one. I don't think I'd want him working on me after the second one. I mean, after the first one, I'd be like, no. Just, take a day, relax, settle down. I don't want you working on me right after you worked on somebody else. But yeah, that's a big letdown for you, brother, and I'm so sorry that it happened that way. I know you were, not looking forward to it, but you were wanting to get it over with.
Yeah.
And I know that was, I can't imagine the feelings that were going through your head whenever they told you that it was canceled. I mean, that.
Yeah, I woke up and my wife was talking to the lady, and I thought, what in the world is she saying?
Who's she talking to at 2 o'clock in the morning?
And she was, oh yeah, we understand. No, we don't.
No, we don't.
I mean, their heart's more important than mine, I guess. But I don't know how they can figure that out. I mean,
Well, if it's an emergency, it's an emergency.
well, so he takes that guy and goes and works on him, and I, have a heart attack and die. So
Yeah, that's where it comes in. That they
tell me where that balances out. I was first.
Well, it's not like they had two scheduled and then just canceled yours. Somebody come in, with.
They just had one, but somebody.
Right.
They had a call in at 2 in the morning that said, "Hey, he needs surgery."
Right. Horrible.
But it was disappointing, frustrating and all of that. But
yeah. Mr. Kevin will not be here today. Mr. Kevin has meetings from, what was it, 9 until noon?
Yeah.
That man has more meetings than What was I going to say? More meetings than a. It's not a meeting hall. What is it they call it? Conference room. Man has one in a conference room.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know he's going to a show this weekend. I can't remember what show it's going to, but no doubt he'll be setting up, and I hope he sells it all if he's listening. Probably find some good things for the auction. So, yeah, let's go ahead and say hello to these fine folks. I don't know if he's back yet, but he had to run to Walmart to pick up some medicine. It's Mr. Jack Gallman from Marion, North Carolina. Morning, Mr. Jack. C. Griller Stacker. Excuse me. Sorry about that. C. Griller Stacker, moderator and channel member. Thank you for the channel membership, sir. TGIF to all my Talkin' One Tiny Peeps. Passing out the coffee. To only 4 of you, though, because there's 4 cups. So the first 4 that say they want coffee gets the coffee.
The next 3.
The next 3, yeah, it's like a buy it now on the coffee. She's before I even finish, like in the auction, when I'm calling to buy it now, and the next thing you know, there's already somebody saying, buy it now. Coffee. That was cute, babe. I like that. That's very cute. Tigger Stacker has a good channel, and he put out a video yesterday. Put out a video about the Dolly Madison commemorative that was designed by Tiffany and Company. Yes, that Tiffany Company, the ones that, yes, in New York City. Put out a very good, informative video. I learned a lot during that. So thank you, C. Griller Stacker. So go over and check out C. Griller Stacker's channel if you like the history behind the coinage. That's his deal.
There's
so go over and check him out.
Mr. Invisible River Ranch there has mentioned having some heart stents. Mine, I was scheduled this morning for open heart with 285 blockages, 285% blockages, 290% blockages, and 100% blockage. And they took somebody in and did theirs first. So I'm tiptoeing around, you know, around the house and stuff. I'm just trying to make sure I don't, you know, do anything to start a heart attack.
Well, if you start a heart attack, they'll take you in for emergency surgery.
Well, you can't. You can't do 2 in a day.
Oh, they'll find somebody else.
They have to get somebody else for me.
Yeah. Mr. Robert Pintoff saying, good morning to C. Griller. Mr. Pintoff is a channel member. Thank you for the membership, sir. Really appreciate that. The lovely Miss Amy Harrell, moderator and channel member. Thank you very much, ma'am. Saying hello to Mr. Robert Pintoff. Joining us from California, from the West Coast. Also, C. Griller Stacker is joining us from the West Coast, the Pacific Northwest. Baby Huey 123. Good morning, Tiny Bassman and Kevin, and all in the chat. Good morning, Baby Huey 123. Good to see you, buddy. Silver Gator. Hi, y'all. I'm so glad for me to see you. I got on damn tea. Gold Aztec. Morning, Tiny and Bassman. Passing out 2 cups of coffee. So 2 more people are able to get cups of coffee this morning. Thank you for joining us, Gold Aztec. It's been a couple weeks. Mr. Parviz Nawab. Good morning, sir. Good to see you. Invisible River Ranch. Good morning, buddy. Good to see you. Coin Stuff I Like. Channel member. Thank you for that, sir. And a good channel himself. Had some videos about some annex grades that he got back from the Moonlight Mints, from some Daniel Carr stuff. If you don't know who Daniel Carr is, Daniel Carr makes fantasy coins like the ones he was talking about. Well, I don't want to give up too much, but it's an Ike dollar that was never made by the United States Mint. So go over and check out Coin Stuff I Like. Very informative channel, and some amazing, amazing grades on some of those Annex releases he got. The Masked Bandit Jones. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. So good to hear from you, Bass Man. Absolutely. Good morning, Mr. Scott S. Good morning, sir. I'm looking for it. There it is. Good morning, everyone, anyone, and someone. The One Twins are in the chat, folks. I survived heart attack, 3 stents, can't kill rock and roll. Let's see. Going to Super Bowl? Who's going to the Super Bowl?
I didn't even think I was going to get to see it. I was going to be.
You know what? It just totally blanked my mind. It's the Chiefs and who?
The other team.
The other team.
Eagles.
Eagles. That's right. That's right. I knew they were. I could see their green jerseys and I could see the silver eagle head, but I was like,
it's that. It's the rematch from what, 2 years ago?
2023.
Yeah, they played each other then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. See, girl, commitment.
Cream and sugar, please, from Scott S. Miss Amy's passing out 3 cups. Nice. Starting to Kevin's commitment. Bassman cancels heart surgery to be here. Now that's commitment. Bassman's dedicated. I had some blockages. They looked real serious. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
They will fix you.
Look at the one from Coin Stuff.
Let's see. Where's it at? Down bottom?
Near bottom, yeah.
Yeah. You are permitted to watch the Super Bowl? No excitement. Maybe Mr. Rogers rerun.
Yeah. I could just see watching them. Yeah. Okay, little boys and girls, let's take off our shoes and put them in the box.
I can't even remember the theme song to that. Won't you be my neighbor? I remember that. That's the last part of it.
Won't you please won't you be my neighbor?
Yeah, that's it. Bassman's got it.
Yeah, buddy. Me and Mr. Rogers, we were like that.
Go way back, huh?
Uh,
The average ticket to the Super Bowl was $7,600, Parvey says. What?
If you haven't seen it, you should watch Mr. Rogers in the tent.
Mr. Rogers and the tent or in the tent?
Well, he's putting one up on the show.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But it's a video now that is, what do you call that? The trending, or not trending, but
viral.
Viral.
Yeah.
And they had him put this tent together for the show, and I don't think it worked out exactly like they wanted it to.
It's supposed to be a triangle, turned out kind of oblong looking.
No, it was one of them dome If I recall, it's a
Oh,
dome
okay.
tent. But
I got you.
those, how they got the tent poles that stick into the end of each other, but they got the elastic
Yeah.
thing to keep them from uh, hooking together and
Right.
keep them coming apart. Rather, it's
Yeah.
it's a whole video of him trying to get this tent started. Now you talk about can't watch a Mr. Rogers. I mean the Super Bowl. I don't know that I could watch that. I would give myself a heart attack laughing at that.
Right. There's nothing funnier than watching somebody doing something that uh they know how to do it,
Yeah,
and it's a simple task. Well, putting up a tent isn't a simple task, but like let's say someone who knows, like a camping channel on YouTube, they've put up that tent 1,000 times.
yeah,
They have 1,000 videos on their channel, and they put up 1,000 times. But that 1,001st time, something goes on, and they're like, "Wait a minute, what? How do I do this?" There's nothing funnier than watching somebody that has done something 1,000 times completely forget what the plot is. They're just like, "Wait a minute, what's going on?" I find it funny anyway. Let's see. What's everyone eating for the big game? Food. I hope. We actually, I don't think we're going to watch the Super Bowl this year. Well, I have a love hate relationship with football. I love to hate it anymore. But uh, I used to do the whole, the chips and dip and cook ribs and wings and all that good stuff back in the day. But anymore, it's just dinner as usual. Jalen Hurts is going to sing. Nice. They estimated gold at 125 grand an ounce. What? That's got to be a mistake. $125,000 an ounce? I don't think it's going to be that much. It's like 28 something now. Yes. Think of how much gold or silver you can get with that $7,600. Barbecue and cheesesteaks, perhaps. Yes. Lala loves the cheesesteak. I'm yet to get her. Well, we haven't been to around Philadelphia where I could get her an actual Philadelphia cheesesteak. But when we do, she's going to be surprised because everything she's been eating all these years uh, is an imposter. Philly cheesesteak is like nothing you've ever seen on a cheesesteak. Like you get a cheesesteak now and it's like 9, 10 inches long. Even if you get one from like Subway, 12-inch steak with a little bit of cheese on it. No, a Philly cheesesteak sandwich is like 14 inches long. It's like 6 inches wide. There's like 2 pounds of meat on it, and there's like just a cheese sauce. Not like regular sliced cheese. It's like cheese sauce, onions and peppers. Let's see. Nice. Just found a 1999 wide AM penny. Very cool, Parvis. Yes, Invisible Red Ranch has a bird feeder cam that he puts up on his channel. I seen earlier it was too cold to put up or turn on the camera. Yes, ma'am. Nice find, Parvy. Let's see. Seen some prices here. Was it 29.08? Nice. Silver's up to 32.44. Wonder what it's going to be before close today. 32.50, 32.60. Tiny Numismatics, a couple people on the NGC forum that the marks on the quarter were bag dings. Sorry, I don't believe that. Marks are too perfect for bag marks. Those are not bag marks, sir. Bag marks are, go ahead.
I'm with you. I don't believe those are bag marks. They could be, like I said, I would say feeder finger marks or something like that, but they were too even.
Right.
You know,
they're too perfect. I
mean,
they're
too shaped the same, even distance.
Too uniform looking.
Exactly. And so I'm not saying that it wasn't something struck by, that it was struck by something or whatever, but I would think it would be more like a feeder finger than just a bag mark.
Right. I've racked my head. I have racked my head several times.
Yeah, a couple of times.
A couple 20 million times there. I've racked my brain over what that could be, and what I keep coming back with, or keep rounding back to. The first thing, like I said, Wednesday, when I first seen it, I was thinking, before I opened the picture, looking at it this big on your email, I was like, he's got some wild looking bag marks there, because it's only in that one little spot. But then when I opened it, I was like, hell no, that ain't bag marks. Because, in case you folks didn't see it, it's two perfect marks squared off.
Little rectangular marks down there. And
perfectly on Nina O'Tara Warren quarter on her, where her hands are clasped. It's right here on her finger. There's one here and there's one here. And this one has a little spot down on the finger too. So whatever it was square, because it hit here and it hit down here. If it was a bag mark, it would have had to have jumped a gap of like a 1/16 of an inch. There's no coins that are 1/8 of an inch thick. They're all, well, there are coins that are 1/8 inch thick, but not a quarter. Quarter is right a little over a 1/16 of an inch thick. Unless it went bam, bam, and missed the second. No, it's not a bag mark. They're too uniform. Mm-hmm. Yes, and they're too deep for bag marks as well. You're right, Mr. Scott. Yeah, Tiny, how do you find something that small to rack? Not the brain, the head. The head's, normal size, but the brain. Let's see if you can hear the rattle.
Like a BB in a boxcar.
BB in a boxcar, exactly. Like throwing a pebble down a hallway. Let's see. Hey, there's a great name, folks. Water the Possibilities. Think about it. It's a great name, sir. I've always liked that name. Yes. Yep. Like I said, I do think they're too deep to be bag marks. Bag marks they'll be usually 2 or 3. They'll be small, deep, small, where it hits. And bag marks, what we're talking about is, we're not talking like just dings. We're talking about the ones where you can see the reading from another coin hitting it. Yeah. I'm going to bring up the picture.
It's just too evenly spaced like a feeder finger, but it doesn't exactly look like a feeder finger.
Right.
But it is evenly spaced and proportional to that, you know. And
Okay, now this picture is just a little fuzzy, but you can still tell exactly what it is. Can you see it, Best Man?
yes,
Can you see my scroller?
cursor. Yeah, yeah, the cursor's
Right
there.
here is what we're talking about, folks. Look how uniform those are. Straight sides, I mean, perfectly straight top. And this one is not only here, you can see the lines where it's here. So whatever it was square and punched down into that. Now this one doesn't have it because of this gap here. So see, that would be awful wide for a bag mark. I wish there was a bag mark on this coin so we could compare.
Okay,
You know what I mean? But this gap, that's way too wide to be a bag mark, because think about how close reeds are on a coin. That's, I'm sorry, the gentleman or whoever it is on the NGC website are not looking at the same coin that I am. And there is another picture here. You can see it here better. Look at how crisp that is.
and it also lets you get a bigger a
Right,
perspective of it, that how small that thing is.
right. There and there. It would have to be a bag mark here and then a perfectly, by coincidence, exactly measured out bag mark on the other one. 2 plus 2
See,
still equals 4, no matter what language you're speaking, right? That's what I
yeah,
was thinking.
I don't know that it couldn't have picked up, like where another coin got against it with the lettering or something, you
Yeah,
know, and got pressed into it real hard or something. But it looks like it would leave more of it than just those
yeah,
two little.
there would be more around it. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
where it crossed the edges of the other finger or something
Yeah,
like that should have had something.
that's a very good observation, Bassman. I didn't think of that. But what I kept coming back to is I've looked at these and looked at these and looked at these. I'm thinking it's a strike through. I'm thinking there was something on the planchet, and when it was struck, there was two little squares on whatever it was, and indented the coin. I mean, post mint, yes, it could be post mint, but what is shaped like that would do that? I mean, it's perfectly square, folks. Bag marks aren't perfectly square. They're little round dings on the coin. Oh well. Mr. Scott, I think you have something special there, sir, but that's my opinion. Let's see, we had some people sneak in here. Brother Compton. Good morning, buddy. Channel member. Thank you for that, sir. Saying good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. Mr. Bill Driscoll. You should send a picture to Q&A.
I ain't sending nothing to them. They might be a great channel, but they can't get them right when it's sent from me. But what was that? A nickel with the
It was a V nickel.
with that mark on it that we sent them.
It's a V nickel that looked in really good shape, but it had a U shape. Let me see if I can get it to draw here. Nope, going the wrong way. It had a U shape on
Yeah.
thing of it, and it looked like something was punched into the coin, which could have been
Right.
postment damage, but it was only in that one spot, and you could see where the
And
metal
I
was.
think I thought it was raised above the coin. Like
Yeah,
they thought it was something else stamped onto the coin, that
yeah,
got pressed onto it instead of a dent in it.
yeah, yeah. It was
It was
like a
raised
big,
up. Yeah.
some big
If you just
chip or something.
think about taking, like, if you had a ribbon and you were going to make one of those in the like a yellow ribbon where they cross it over at the
Yeah,
bottom. If you were making one of them, that's what it looked like. It started
yeah.
out as kind of a loop, and the bottoms are getting real close together,
Hmm.
but it was just stuck over there on the left side of the nickel by itself, and we don't know
Yeah,
what
it
it
was wild,
was, but
though. Or it still is wild looking. It's wild looking.
it's kind of like me and having the machine doubling. It's just one of those occurrences. No, they actually do a very good job of finding things out. But
Oh yeah, yep, sure do. Parviza's saying Q&A is out for now. I don't know what that means.
I haven't heard that. I saw a couple of videos the other day, but I haven't
Yeah, they had a
looked
live stream
lately.
the other day.
I've been kind of
Go ahead, sorry.
dismayed with watching videos lately because of the other stuff going on.
Yeah,
And
rightfully so.
so anyway, I haven't kept up with everybody's videos as much as I should. So.
After telling Kevin I needed a 95S Morgan, I found one I already have. Looking for something else.
Yeah.
This 1984 Denver Penny has no rim. Light strike, where it didn't get down in there good enough to pop the rim up. I'm going to have it graded just to see what they say. Annex, sir. You'll have to pay a wait a minute. I have an annex form right here. I can tell you how much you'll have to pay. You will have to pay $22 to get it graded. You will have to pay a $14 verification fee, and you will have to pay a $16 research fee because they'll have to research it to find out exactly what it is, and then $29 shipping. That's the exact cost as of current to this day pricing from Annex. Let's see. Scott S. I would note it is too perfect for bag marks. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It almost makes me think it was like something on the coin itself when the stamp hit
Right. Uh-huh.
and just got pressed into it, because it's too perfect.
Right. But I'm trying to think what it could be just about anything harder, and it would have to be harder than the metal. Whatever it is. Or, well, no, it doesn't have to be harder than the metal. Sorry about that. It's got to be hard enough to not squish when it's struck. Because we've seen, cloth. Cloth is very soft, but when you put it under pressure, it stays intact because there's Morgan dollars out there with cloth
Yeah.
all over the obverse
Some
of
of
the
'em, some of
strip.
those I've seen that you can actually see the fibers of the cloth in, when you look at it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Mr. Pintoff, believe it or not, that's the cheapest out there because at uh, PCGS and NGC, you actually have to be a member of NGC or PCGS, and that's
Mhm.
over $100 just to start out. Now you do get free grading vouchers, but after that, I can't remember exactly what the grading fees are, but they're higher than the $22. And that's a uh yeah, I'm thinking it's over 30 at NGC and PCGS. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, yeah, $14 verification fee, $16 research fee, and $29. That's shipping and handling. It's registered, signed for, return shipping. You have to be there and sign for it. Well, so you're saying I have to take out a second mortgage? Yeah, graded coins is getting up there, but I mean, like I said, it's the lowest cost grading company out there. Well, I don't know about IC or IGC or ICG or those other companies, but I just know about Annex to be, exact because I happen to have a form lane here. That's an awful lot of money for just one coin to be graded. Or you can do 5 coins, 1950 to present, 5 coin minimum for $14 a coin. If you wanted to do uh, if you wanted to do 5 coins, that's a max value per coin of $2,000. Now, if you wanted to go economy, 5 coin minimum, no gold, is $16 a coin, and the max value per coin is $500. So if you had a bunch of coins you wanted to send in, you'd save $6 per coin. But they tell you, if one is $10. Like if you're buying something at a store and it says it's half off. One is $10, the second one is $5. But you're still paying $15 in the end. You know what I mean? It's still that sounds better, but are they still going to add all those charges onto the bill for the air coins? Yes, sir. Yep, yep. They want fees for everything. All of them do. Let's see. Would not need the research fee for Scott's coin. If it's a strike, the research fee is more for varieties. So you would save $16. So then it would be $68 total for that one coin. Because of the 15, if it's one coin, it would be $22, $14, and $29. And if you wanted imaging of the coin, which would be on their website, so you could pull those images off, is only $3. So they make, what in the world is that?
It's not my wife.
Nope, not your wife. It was Mr. Red Silver making a donation to the channel of $30. Thank you, sir. If you're in here, thank you. If you're lurking, thank you very much, sir. Really, really appreciate you. That's about right, Tiny. $68. Yeah, because I had happened to have one filled out. Was going to send one in, but not right now. I think I'll call Annex and see what they say. Very cool. Yeah, this is the one. (1943) Philadelphia War nickel with die breaks. You can see right in front of his collar there. It's got a big die crack going up towards his chin. But what looks like damage on his cheek and up around the 10 o'clock position are actually lamination errors and not damage. Because damage would be a smooth edges on, well, they would be, but these are square edges where you could see that it's missing part. There's not displaced metal. It's just missing. So like if you make a gouge in a coin, that metal's got to go somewhere so it'll go up around the gouge. Mm-hmm. There's no displaced metal. It's just flat on both sides of it. And you can see squares where like the lamination is just gone. Oh, it's just reminding me. Mr. Scott S. just what in the world is going on? Let's see.
I corrected my error. I put what are the possibilities link in there.
Very cool.
I haven't had that.
That's the are you talking about the hole in the coin there? I'm thinking that's just like there was something in the planchet. You see that sometimes where there's something in the planchet and it makes like a bubble, and then over time where it gets wore down, those bubbles come through. Environmental damage. Look at the rim. I can actually see it better on here than I can on my phone. Oh, yeah. There's no rim around the 10 o'clock position. But there's scrape marks on it that may have been dug off or scraped off because the rim is nice around the rest of the coin. It's really flat around the top, though. It's almost like it was squeezed and scraped across something. It's a wild looking coin, though. Hey, everybody, joining us from Florida. Sorry if that offended you. Florida. Hey, guys, it's been too long at work at my desk and just wanted to say, hey, started that new career, did Lucky Duck. Congratulations, sir. And hope it's everything you thought it would be, and I hope it's going well for you, sir. Really, 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 really do. How much to send all of Bassman's machine doubling coins? Talk about a second.
Lot.
Talking about a second mortgage.
Yeah.
I don't think the FDIC would cover that. Tiny, is it okay if I share my website? You would have to send that to Bassman and let him share it in an email because you, sir, are not allowed to. Not allowed. YouTube will not allow you to post
Who are we speaking of?
websites. Lucky Duck.
Oh, Lucky Duck.
I would let you, sir, but YouTube's going to tell you no. So if you have Bassman's email address, like I'm sure you probably do,
Yeah.
I about said your email address out loud. Sorry. Yeah, send it to him, and he'll check it out real fast and put it on there. Tiny numismatic sound.
I have his eBay. I don't
Yeah.
know.
He said he's paused the eBay listings for
Right.
But he said he will do personal grab bags for people on kind of like a, what do they call it? You order a bag from him, he will make you your personal grab bag.
Individual basis.
Individual basis, not just an off the shelf grab bag, but he'll put one together for you. And let me tell you, Lucky Duck's grab bags, very nice, very, very nice. I can only do grab bags on a one-on-one basis now. I can't advertise anymore. Yep. He was pretty busy on the old eBay with the grab bags. Some big channels. Rob Finds Treasure, Blue Ridge Silverhound, Ravenhawk Coins. Some big channels got his grab bags and were really impressed with them. So can't fault him there. I've never heard anything bad about one of his grab bags ever. And he's got the eBay feedback to prove it. Everybody's been satisfied. I checked you out, Lucky Duck. I'll watch you. Yes, customized. It'll be customized for you. Personalized.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
I'm over here looking at a lot of the possibilities. Cheers.
Tiny, I have 44 plate coins from Copper Coins. Nice. There was a cent that I was looking at the other day. What was going on with it? I can't remember right off. But there was something weird going on with it. It was like machine doubling, but only one letter.
Yeah.
Only one letter had machine doubling on it. Everything else was perfect.
So
Bassman cent, says Lucky Duck.
Okay. I think I heard it.
Are they holders with plate coin on the label? Ask Coin Stuff I Like. Copper Coins does sell good coins. I've got some rolls that have been purchased from him before. What is a plate coin? It's a how do I describe it? It's, if I'm thinking what it is, it's a coin that was photographed, or, and you can track it back to the exact you can, yes, there it is. Plate coin is typically used for photography in a book or article, often first found. Yes, that's what I was thinking of. You could track it back to a publication to where it was done. I knew it had to do something with photography and tracking it back. So, like, if let's say Cherry Picker's Guide has a picture of a cent that has a certain double die on it, and you have that coin, it's called a plate coin. So you can track that exact coin back to that exact photo in the book.
All I know is if it's a plate coin, if it's the size of a quarter, it won't hold enough food to be
Exactly.
a good plate. And if it's the size of a dinner plate, it'd be awfully hard to carry around to spin.
That's right. I'd hate to see the pockets that those fit in, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, that's like when they used to have large cents.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that those would have been they would have been a real pain to keep up with, 10 or 12 of those in your pocket.
Yeah, really.
Of course, silver dollars, can you imagine
10 or
Western
15
days?
of them stacked up in your pocket.
Yeah, carrying around all those coins in your pocket.
Speaking of getting something in the mail, coin stuff I like, and Mr. C. Griller Stacker. C. Griller Stacker sent me a little something. Didn't know it was coming. Kind of like a, surprise. Okay. A lot of you know that I'm into the Bigfoot phenomenon, the Sasquatch. Well, see, Griller Stacker, let me turn you here. You'll see a little behind the scenes here. It's the microphone. See that right there? Malt beverage, Olympia beer, the Bigfoot. The sign. And it lights up. Isn't that so cool?
If you bleed more of those beers around the woods, you'd see more Bigfoots.
You would. I mean, Did anyone get that $1,000 vault box? Nope.
No.
I have an Ike plate coin, Bassman, just big enough for a full meal at a fancy San Francisco restaurant. That's what I never did understand. You go to a restaurant to eat a meal, and when you usually eat a meal, you don't want to feel hungry anymore, right? I mean, that just makes sense. You don't want to. When you eat a meal, you're not eating to stuff yourself. Well, some people do eat to stuff themselves to feel completely full. But usually, 9 out of 10 times, when you eat a meal, you just don't want to feel hungry anymore. You don't want to go to a restaurant where they give you, the plate is this big and they give you this much food in the middle, but it's got fancy stuff scribbled around the plate, or it's got a little feather in it, or whatever they do. You don't know. That's a bite or two of food. That's not a meal.
Yeah.
I don't,
Like
I don't,
where they make those little things, little appetizer things and all that, and you cover it with your hand. Uh-uh.
Yeah. Where you could take two fingers and cover up your appetizer. No, 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 no. You let's see. I don't have anything here big enough. Okay, here we go. This paper towel will be the dinner plate, okay? This is your dinner plate. And they bring your food out and it's that big in the middle of the plate. I'd go, look at me. Bring me about 20 of those, and that'll be my appetizer. I mean, really. But I mean, and then food making is an art. Yes, it is. And uh the restaurants that give you those little portions, it's about the what was it one person said? It's about the experience of the food from the chef that works there. And I can understand that. But don't call it a meal, because it's not. It's you're tasting a portion of whatever it is. I mean, I went to a place one time. It was a nice restaurant. It was in where was it at? Arizona? Was it in Arizona or Utah? Anyway, it was one of those small portion places. And they had a really good chef. He was well known. I can't remember his name, but he was well known. The guy I was with was like, this guy's really good. He said, we ought to go there and eat dinner. It's like, okay. So we went there, and the plate was a normal size, 10-inch, 12-inch plate. And there was like 3.5, 4 inches of food, but it was different things. And I was like, this isn't going to fill me up. This isn't going to make me not hungry anymore. He goes, oh, it's all about the experience. It's about tasting. It's about tasting the offerings from the chef. And I'm like, that's bullshit. I want a meal. I said, we'll have to go to McDonald's after this.
It's all about filling this empty hole down here.
That's right. Fill this hole so this gut down here don't feel like it's eating itself anymore. My belly button don't want to touch my backbone, is what I'm saying, y'all. But yeah, I can understand, having the experience of eating in a nice restaurant and sampling different cuisines from a certain chef. Like if you go somewhere where what's his name? What's the one that used to go bam?
Oh, Emerald.
Emerald.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Zach. Zach used to watch that show when he was little and go bam every time he'd go bam.
He'd walk around the living room and shake your hand like he did.
Yeah, he'd walk around the living room and shake your hand like he did during the show and stuff. Zach would. It was cute. Yep, Emerald. But yeah, you go somewhere like that, you're going to get the experience of having something made by him. But it's Emerald Lagasse. Yep. I want to, if I go eat a meal somewhere, it's not for the experience. It's to not feel hungry anymore. Have a great weekend, everyone. Got to go. Zoe Strong. Absolutely, sir. It is at an hour.
Yes, sir. And I'm still alive.
Yes, sir.
Wasn't supposed to be at this time, but
it would have been murder. Is what we're
saying.
It's
what, because he told me he was going to stop my heart, so it would have been murder.
That's premeditated too.
Yeah,
It's premeditated. It's premeditated. They were going to start it back up, but for that little bit that it wasn't started up, that's where we have the problem. Oh, that's where you would have the problem. But yeah, for those of us, you know, and everybody in here that cares for Bassman, that's where we would have the problem. I told Bassman, and I was serious. I say, whenever they ask you before you go into surgery, do you have any comments? Do you have any questions or anything? I want him to look at the doctor or the nurse or whoever asks him and say, my best friend said, do good work. And they can take that as a threat if they want. But, you know. Alrighty, let's get out of here, Bassman.
Do the same job you would do if I was somebody famous.
Yes. And if a problem arises, think some stuff up. Get the guys in the back room that's sitting around thinking of stuff all day long. Get them to come up with something. Yeah. Copper Owl Coins. Good morning, Tiny Numismatic Bassman and Coin family. No, sir, Mr. Scott, there is a channel out there called Copper Coins. Yo, fan. Good morning, sir. Didn't mean to skip over you there. I seen you come in and got to reading something else.
Yeah. Everybody have a great weekend, and thanks for remembering me, and sorry we had to postpone this thing, but like I say, it's not, I would have done a lot better if they just do it. You know, this waiting, the waiting on it is getting old.
That's the hard part.
Yeah. When you got to walk around and say, you know, be good, don't do nothing.
Don't get too excited.
Don't be overexerting, you know.
Right.
So, any which how you people enjoy your weekend, and come back Monday and we'll see what they, you know, what the decision on where I go next is. So he does these Monday through Friday except Wednesdays. So they probably can stick me in pretty quickly. Hopefully I won't have to wait very long. So, but I'll see y'all Monday, hopefully. If not, I'll be, and then, you know, they may be doing the surgery there, but I'll see you then. And until then, I'm wishing I was fishing. Bye.
Thank you for coming in, Bassman. Sorry it happened to you, buddy, but they will. They'll get you fixed up. Just like Mr. Pintoff said, and they will be, and you will be fixed, Bassman. Take care, buddy. Everybody's pulling for you, sir. I know they are. Miss Amy Harrell, Yoke fan. See if I'm missing anybody. Coin stuff I like. Copper Out Coins. Zoe Strong. Thank you, everybody. We'll keep praying for you, Bassman, Zoe, and really just everyone. A lot going on in our community. Absolutely. There's a lot of stuff going on in the coin community here. You guys have a good weekend. Hope you guys do something coin related this week, even if it's just checking your pocket change. I love each and every one of you, and I hope this finds you guys safe and healthy. And you guys don't forget to check that pocket change, because you never know what you got in your pocket until you look.